Hi everyone, my name is Ryan. I live in the UK with my wife Karen and our two beautiful princesses, Nella, age 8, and Savannah, age 4. We always wanted a family, and the day that Nella was born was the happiest day of our lives. Karen had a normal pregnancy and we had 2 years of joy, with Nella reaching all of her key milestones. We then started to notice her right foot was slightly turning inward as she walked, and we were told she had pigeon toe and that ballet and swimming would help her grow out of it. At 3, we noticed that Nella was falling more regularly, tiptoe walking, her speech lacked clarity, and she was drooling and had gluea. Nella had her tonsils and adenoids removed and grommets fitted, and although the drooling slightly improved, it did not stop. At 4 years old, following one signal blood test result in September of 2019, Nella was diagnosed with GM1 type 2, which progressively destroys the nerve cells in the brain and the spinal cord, and over time this would rob her of all of her abilities and lead to a shortened life expectancy. This was the day that our world came crumbling down, when our hopes and dreams were shattered and our lives changed forever. We were scared and confused and had entered a world that we knew nothing about, and although we were lucky to have a great team of doctors at Gosh, no one could tell us anything other than we'll manage her symptoms well and we'll make her life as comfortable as it can be. We felt completely helpless. We realised quickly that with rare disease, you don't have time to wait around. We needed to fight for our daughter, and we wanted to learn everything that we could about this cruel disease. On a trip to America to look for treatments, we were approached by the NIH, who were running the only active clinical trial at the time, and they asked us to bring Nella to America for participation. Unfortunately, we had to postpone this due to the COVID pandemic. However, in July of 2021, Nella became screened and became the first child globally to be accepted onto the Sanofi Genzyme venglustat clinical trial at Manchester's Children's Hospital. This drug is a substrate reduction therapy, which we hoped would slow down or even freeze the progression of the disease. We prayed this would give us time for gene therapy, gene editing, or enzyme replacement to develop, and one day cure our daughter of this horrendous disease. Trial slots were extremely limited, so although we felt nervous and scared, we also felt fortunate to be able to access some form of intervention for Nella. I read the consent form and asked the doctors about the risks and the benefits, and they said little is known, but explained to us the symptoms that were found in mice. We quickly had to get comfortable that the potential benefits outweighed the risk of taking a medicine that had never been taken by a child before. 2 weeks after her first dose, we started to see positive change. Nella started to walk flatter footed, her speech became clearer than before, and her drooling stopped. We tried to remain calm, but this was a very happy time for us. The most that we'd hoped for was a slowdown or freeze of progression, but we were seeing a reversal. Over the next few months, improvements continued. Nella became more confident in herself, her personality shined through more than ever before, and her family and friends started to notice improvements too. We took Nella back to Manchester, and the doctors were delighted with her completing various initial tests with better results than before on walk test times and peg test completion. 15 months on from Nella's first dose, we have seen no obvious side effects. She is developing well, and from what we can see, there has been no more disease progression. This very small tablet has been a lifeline for Nella and has changed our lives. With the trial due to end within the next year, our attention now turns to be able to continue to access the drug. We are investigating if a trial extension or approval may happen, or if compassionate access could be considered. Karen and I have learned that knowledge and understanding is key to be able to access support and continue to fight for a better life for our daughter, but also to process what is happening in a methodical way. We have learned not to make choices based on emotions, but on as many facts and as much data as we can find. No one can make choices for us, but obtaining views and opinions from as many people as we can enables us to make informed choices based on a collective view. Most importantly, we have learned to enjoy each day as a new day, never looking or thinking too far ahead, and instead enjoying and treasuring every single moment. Nella is a loving and very caring girl, social butterfly that is always smiling and thinking of others. GM1 Gangliosidosis is a tough name to pronounce, but not as tough as she is. She is my inspiration, my guiding beacon of light when days feel dark, and I will never stop fighting for her.